Hi, Jameson.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? How's how is like the new job and everything sitting with you and all that?
Um, Hectic.
Is it?
Yeah. I work at like a startup, so like I'm wearing very many hats, and
Uh-huh.
oh, it's a lot of things coming at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I understand it. Even though I'm not in a startup, I am a startup, so in some ways.
Yeah.
So I get it. But yeah, that's exciting as well, right? It's like there's prospects for everything to happen for this thing that you're part of. So, get
Yeah.
it. Okay. Well, and how's everything music wise? Guitar, where are we at?
Um, Doing good, I think. I have my guitar in the background. Let me see. So, I've been structuring how I want this song to go. I looked up online everywhere I could for to find like strum patterns
Okay.
for the sort of rapping section of that Mac does in the second verse. Um, couldn't find anything at all. So I made up a piece or not.
Did you just
But
write
yeah,
it
I
there and
just
try to
kind of
figure something out?
yeah, I just trying to figure
Great.
it out.
That's also, you know what? That's also great. It's good learning to just listen to it and try to figure it out. And even though it's frustrating, it's like this sort of work through of learning to hear the ups and downs and was that a pluck or was that all the different things it could be for guitar. For singing too. That was used to be like part of the study in like music school was you'd have to just listen and transcribe.
Yeah.
It was challenging, because you'd be wrong. You'd know you're wrong, but like you're trying your best, and you're like, okay, maybe it's this, and then just even getting the ups and downs correctly, or like knowing the intervals between stuff. It's hard. So you make your best
Yeah.
guesses. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
show me what you've got then.
Okay. So I was practicing playing in front of my friends a little bit,
Nice.
so I can get a little bit of performance down. Um, for the rap section, I haven't gotten anything super solidified, but I do have some stuff over here. Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Boop, boop. Oops. Share. Doo-doo. Boop. Okay. So I've been working on doing the chord. I was thinking about doing a chord slap for the rap section. Um, it strips back the song just a little bit.
Okay.
Um, so basically, it would be like I'd start on uh, G major, G major 7, and just be basically just play it, strum it, slap it, and then I would switch to the next couple of chords, which would be like F minor 7, and the only problem with that is that it does miss out on that very familiar tune of the like but
Yeah.
yeah.
Part of this is you can never get everything. It's just impossible. Sometimes there's the extra layers that they add in recordings and stuff too. I'm like
Yeah.
not sure that that's really what's happening here, but in the case of, let me look at the song really quick on that part, but I think the point isn't to like perfectly do it, right? And
Yeah.
it should just be like the point is we're making this moment, we're telling this story, number one. Number two, we're creating this vibe. And then if you're doing that, you've already accomplished like 97% of it, right? Then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if you're gonna try and get these extra nuanced things that are either a little like unique, gesture or unique thing that you bring to it. I mean, already that's going to be happening, but if you emphasize those things, then that takes it up into a little bit higher territory sometimes still. So, but you know what I mean? It's not like that's the essentials. As
Yeah.
long as you're playing the chords, you're singing the notes, you got the rhythms, and you're telling the story from internally, then it's going to be just fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I was a little worried about that because I was trying it both ways, just finger picking the song through. But what would happen is just I'd miss one note, and then I'd go just steamrolling through it. It's
right.
not necessarily. Well, yeah, it is off beat, but like, yeah, I'll just be steamrolling through it, just playing it along, just hoping it was in the right place. I was like, it doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound um, well thought out or professional. It's just sloppy, in my opinion.
Right. And so it's more professional sometimes to do something simpler
Yeah.
and scaled back a little bit, right? But just that it's done the essentials and well, right?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Nobody's
Okay.
gonna care if you did da, da, in every bar. Like it's okay. It's actually nice if it's not there. Maybe
Okay. Okay.
it's a change up. Yep.
So let me go through the beginning, practice it just a little bit. Show you what I got.
Hmm.
The sun don't shine when I'm alone. I lose my mind and I lose control. I see your eyes look through my soul. Don't be surprised, it's all I know. I felt the highs and they feel like you. See a love like mine's too good to be true. You're too divine to just be mine. You remind me of the color blue. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Oh my gosh. You. Uh, okay, yeah,
That's
so,
this is great. Thank you. So you have been putting it together. I can tell. I know there's still a little more work to be done there so that it feels smooth.
yeah.
But you're close. The first couple bars, that's where there's a little lag for me, where I didn't hear completely like the tempo, right?
Yeah.
Staying true. Okay. Aside from that, those are the technical things. Let's also look at voice, and just because that's what our point
Yeah.
is in this, and I think I really want you to also remember that guitar is supporting the voice. The
Yes.
voice is actually an instrument,
Yes.
right? And your voice has to be the primary instrument as well in this case because it's telling the story more than the guitar. So, with that said, let's emphasize, at least in your priorities in your mind too, while playing, that the vocal is the priority.
The priority, so it's the lead.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And everything supports that. And the lead needs to be there. If you sang it a cappella, that's still telling the story. That's still doing the job. You're still singing the songs. So I think it's okay if we can get all those things with guitar, amazing. If not, that's all right. And just let the
Okay.
tempo keep rolling. Let the feel that it still be there. It can. Even if you just say brum dum 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 brum dum. If you didn't do dun dun dun, it's okay. Like it's really nice to have it, but it also is okay. And it's totally going to sound great still if you have the vocal clear and crisp. So let's get to that. Then, what I'd like to hear just a cappella one time through.
One time through.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we got to go to the next section of the song as well. So
Okay,
looking
okay.
forward to it. Okay, here we go.
The sun don't shine when I'm alone. I lose my mind and I lose control. I see your eyes look through my soul. Don't be surprised, this is all I know. I felt the highs, and they feel like you. See, a love like mine's too good to be true. And you too divine to just be mine. You remind me of the color blue.
Next question for you. Good job. Do you um do you have this memorized?
Um, for
Probably.
the most part. Yeah, yeah,
I
for the
think
most
you do.
part.
If you didn't look at it, I think it might be better.
Okay, okay. Okay, alright.
Where are you going to look instead?
Where am I gonna look instead? Should I look at the camera?
I think that'd be good.
Okay.
And that way you're focused on one little entity of, somebody inside that little tiny hole right there in the camera, right? Like, it's like there's a little tiny
Okay.
person in there that you're singing to.
Let me put this down. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
Because I want the intention. I think it's beautiful how the texture works right now in your voice. In a lot of ways, it's simple and it's to the point and it's similar to how he was doing it. I think there can be a little more energy still, and it needs to build. It needs to have intention in every word, and I don't know that that's there yet. So that's why I'm saying I think number one, let's get to having this memorized in a way, or at least not looking at it and
Okay.
going for it.
Okay. Alright. This sun don't This sun don't shine when I'm alone. I lose my mind and I lose control. I see your eyes look through my soul. Don't be surprised, it's all I know. I felt the highs and they feel like you. See, a love like mine's too good to be true. You're too divine to just be mine. You remind me of the color blue. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Yeah. Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Let's get the last notes.
Yeah, that's
Girl,
kind
I'm so in love with you.
of. Girl, I'm so in love with you.
It's really just three notes, right? Da 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 da. Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Girl, I'm so in love with you.
So it changes on the notes that are the words that are most important. Girl, love you. Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Yeah, and notice that about the melody. Like, I think there are opportunities too, and he did a little bit more nuance to the melody than what you're doing, whereas yours is kind of just exactly the same every time. There's a little bit more like he goes, ah, instead of, ah. And that difference actually perks your ear a little bit, right? So, I felt the highs, right, is different than I
Like,
felt the highs,
okay.
right? And
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a big difference actually, and to ourselves as we're doing it, it feels almost the same. But that little change on the tiniest of notes, sometimes it goes ooh for the whole phrase. It's like having some, what do you call that, like salt or something in there all of a
Salt.
sudden.
Yeah, some seasoning.
Some seasoning. And we just
Some
need a couple of
spice.
those things, some spices and some, just that little kick goes a long way. So I would give it a little bit more nuance throughout,
Okay.
based on, and not just for the hell of it. Like you can do it like that, but it's like, but why, right? Like a great steak tastes good because this history, of how we season steak. Oh, it's salt because we use salt on the trails to maintain the meat. So I don't know why, but things like that do actually make sense. When you look at fashion, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, this is working here. Maybe nobody on the general public doesn't understand the depth of why, right? But those
Yeah.
decisions are made actually from an informed place of, oh, that's because back in the 1800s or whatever it would be. In this case, I think with the song, we got to think about each lyric, right? Defined word. It's in the dictionary, and there's multiple definitions. And we have, well, beyond the lyric, your subtext, and all those things that you really mean below what the words are, the poetry of it. So we want to find the layers to that, not just in logic, but also in, like, where we talked about texture. We've also talked about just those things that change it in the melody now. So when you have like a note that goes up higher, it feels different than a lower note, right? How does it feel different?
How does it feel different? I'd say your throat's just a bit more close on higher notes, or is it just like more
I
just
mean, as a
reaching?
listener, when you hear
Oh,
a
as a
higher note or a lower note, what are some of the feelings that you get from that?
higher notes feel more.
There's a lot of
I,
options in this, right? There's a
okay,
lot of
I'd say higher notes feel more like angelic, and lower notes feel more warm.
warm, you say?
Yeah,
So angelic is not warm. Angelic is like you're saying? Just
yeah, yeah.
can you
Higher notes are more angelic, and lower notes are more warm.
Okay, so like kind of lighter and loftier, maybe, or a feeling of like excellence or something. Is that what you're thinking? Like
Yeah,
angels. I'm thinking about. So
yeah,
there's a sense of heaven at the top. Okay, and the down low, it's warm. It's this kind of like comfortable thing. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay, good. There's also some other things to this. What about if it went up and this was like a pleading moment, right? Like I really need this thing
Oh,
that adds urgency because it's up higher. It could also be something that feels a little bit more like you're excited about it, right? Like it's a little bit more jazzed up. It's a little bit more triggered. Could be. These things about pitch are essentially just telling us a part of the information. Our brain is trained already, you know, to perceive low pitch and high pitch certain ways. When we hear high pitch, we think, oh my gosh, emergency, emergency. That's one thing, right? Low pitch, we think, okay, I'm in my mother's womb, like those tones and stuff. So those things are built in. But when we change the pitch on one word, if you say I or if you say I, obviously we recognize a difference. So notice the feeling when you do go up with a note, when you do go low with a note, when you move it side by side, if you go ba ba or ba ba, that feels different. What does it feel like? It feels like it feels exciting. Oh my gosh, or a letdown, the opposite. So we want to have those moments in here based on the lyrics, based on the
okay.
subtext. And I want you to think about the song not like a Mac Miller song, but like a Michael Wilson song.
Michael Wilson song.
Do you? Seriously, because you're singing it and you're playing it, and to the listener, maybe they do know the other original version, but it doesn't matter. Like we're hearing you sing this song as if you wrote it, as if this is your experience. We want to believe that, but also like I want you to believe it, and that's why you like the song in the first place.
Yeah,
Because you had some sort of at least an appreciation for the story it was telling. Probably you identified with this song was in some form, and the story it was telling in some form. Even
yeah.
if it was in a dream state, it could be sometimes. But that's totally valid. You just have to be able to connect your emotion and yourself inside that story, put yourself there, and live it. So we're looking for ways that it feels like your song. Sometimes that means you actually actively change things on purpose. But also it's partly because you're in tune with why things are happening. If that lyric was, the sun don't glow, that feels different than shine. Shine has a sound to it, has a feeling to it, and then you chose that word. I want you to believe that you chose that word, because you do. You choose it right now when you say it. So all those things, when you put it into this song, need to feel like your choice. They need to feel like you're living in it. And that's going to articulate something to me as a listener about energy, about intention, right? Because you're going to be more confident and also like you're doing those things for a purpose. So it makes me then with you. I believe you, right?
Yes.
That's the gist of all of this. I think being able to believe it and emote it comes back to you telling the story, and telling the story is because it's your story
Okay.
or your version of the story. So let's lean with that. I want you to sing the whole thing one more time there. All of that in mind. Do you have any questions about any of that? Because there's a lot to that in ways, but
Um, I do have a few questions. So, do you want me to add more sort of dynamics to it?
I think that would be good if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. I think that would definitely add a bit of more range, which would be more interesting to listen to from the audience perspective.
Yeah,
Okay.
play with it. And there's no rules. It's you creating this.
Okay. I just need to figure out how to do that.
You can ride on what you already do know and what's been there in practice. That's okay. But just I want you to have an awareness of that as you go through the song, and understanding like you're saying these lyrics, each one as they come along, it's placed a certain way. It's given a certain texture. It's given a certain flow in the melody, in the rhythm that tells that story. Okay.
Okay.
So just go for it. Just even observe this first time as you're doing it. Make some choices, but they don't have to be the right choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sun don't shine when I'm alone. I lose my mind and I lose control. I see your eyes look through my soul. Don't be surprised, it's all I know. I felt the highs, they feel like you. See a love like mine is too good to be true. And you're too divine to just be mine. You remind me of the color blue. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Oh my gosh. Choo, choo. Oh, I don't know why it's
That
so
first
weak
note
on
on
that
the
part.
first note on the girl is too low, and I think then
It's
you
too
have to
low.
go. It's a lot higher to get to there. Girl, I'm so in.
Okay, start higher.
On that
Girl, I'm
second.
so in love with you.
Yeah, and then you're more open already. Girl, because you have to be for that word. Girl, girl, girl.
Girl, 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 girl.
Yeah. Girl, I'm so in love with.
Girl, I'm so in love with.
Even that. La, la, la.
La, la, la.
Open the throat a little bit more. Ha,
Oh,
la.
la.
Right? Girl, I'm so in love.
Girl, I'm so in love.
Yeah. Feel the difference? Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Yeah. Yo.
Yo.
Oh.
Oh.
That was more open for sure. Yo.
Yo.
Cool. And then we lean it towards ooh a little bit more. Yo.
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 Okay. Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Right. I think giving it more of an O feel on the ooh actually can
Ooh.
help you get
Okay.
more space on that too. Because if it's you, you're not gonna have a good time with that. You know. Girl, I'm so in love with you. You feel the oh underneath that, right? Oh, oh, it's open in the back.
Girl, I'm so in love with you.
Good. So much better. You have to go for that moment because it's high. Because it's not even high, but it's mid high. And that means something different than Girl, I'm so in love with you. Same lyrics, different melody. Girl, I'm so in love with you. When you hear that one versus the first one, what's the difference in the emotion?
The difference.
And it can be
Uh,
many things, but the main difference I
I,
feel,
I think it's
whatever
like
that be. What would you think?
it'd be a difference between like excitement and like disappointment.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. You have the option. It's like the first one. It's like, oh man, I'm really in love with you, and I don't know what to do. And then it's like, man, I just have to get this done. Something, like it feels like when you go up like that, it's like, I gotta figure this out. We gotta be together. You know what I mean? Or like, please know it.
yeah, it's like begging.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one is like, this is just the truth. I mean, I can't, I can't lie to myself anymore. Maybe it's that, right? These are subtext lines, by the way. And what one practice that you could try would be for yourself would be to actually write down a totally separate intention line of the story underneath the line.
Okay.
If you like wrote this out double spaced inside of the spaces, maybe in a different colored ink or somehow indented or something there, you would write, for instance, the sun don't shine when I'm alone. You say like, God, I feel like shit today. A totally different statement than what the word is, but it isn't the totally different statement because it's an extension of it.
Hmm.
That makes sense? So this sun don't shine when I'm alone. This sun, you're talking about yourself, right?
Yes.
Don't shine. I don't shine when I'm alone. You're calling yourself a sun, and that means there's something to this, like your essence, and that you can shine. You know what you're supposed to be, even in that when you say sun. But so in that subtext, you could be saying, "Man, this isn't right," or
Hmm.
"I wish I felt better about myself," or "You make me feel good." Like all of these are ways to say something that means a little different than what that line is, but it kind of expands it. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that would be what this emotional subtext is. So you write that line underneath that line. Next one, I lose my mind and I lose
I lose
control.
control.
And you can make a lot of choices in this. This is no right and wrong answer as long as it's moving you in the direction that you want to go. Even sometimes what happens subtext wise, you're saying, don't be surprised, this all I know. And you end up with something like, um, I ate breakfast this morning and it tasted horrible. Like, and that's okay because it isn't that it completely like tells the exact story. It's an extension. Don't be surprised. This all I know. It probably wouldn't be the breakfast thing, but you never know. It could be
Yeah.
something along the lines of like nothing feels like even breakfast didn't taste good, right? Like, you know what I mean, or whatever. Even my favorite foods don't taste the same. Like it could be about that, while it's also don't be surprised. That's all I know, because you're continuing where you were at too, for based on the line before it with subtext and after. You want to create a path for yourself to follow in the story. And
Okay.
these things are probably already there as you're singing the song. If you're doing a good job of actually listening to the lyrics and feeling it in the moment as you're doing it, you already have ideas about, oh yeah, I just wish I could be with you. Like the way you smile and the way you laugh and the way you hold my hand or, whatever, touch my neck, whatever it is. You put those things into paper and you write it down and then you actually do memorize that too. So that you have a path for yourself. And if it's not precise, it's okay. And then you can change it and you can say, because today I feel different than yesterday. You get good at creating subtext the more you do it. But if you have something underneath, girl, I'm so in love with you, girl, I'm so in love with you, there's two different ones. They're going to be completely different subtexts. You know, it makes it feel instantly different.
Okay.
And only you can make it like that as well. So you see how that will create a little bit more nuance and also intention.
Yes.
Cool.
So like working on that inflection and that emotional intention behind each line.
Yes. And I would try as well. I would try. What would it be like if this song was a bit faster?
Okay.
Just as another sort of challenge for you, because technically the recording is about this tempo, and you are doing it. When you do it a cappella, you're like,
It's like
"The
half sped
sun
speed.
don't shine." Almost, yeah. It's like at least a third slower. So you want to definitely try to pick it up because I think there's an energy to the tempo. If you do it slower, that's okay. Could be, but if it's really that will start to give a different story for us. It's like, I can't even move my feet today. I feel so depressed. You know? Or
Yeah.
like, is it that? Or is it something
Oh.
different?
Okay, okay.
Right. Okay. Good job. And I really love how your voice sounds already in this tone. I just want you to continue to open up these things like "girl love you," these vowels. A couple of those lines, like I even like felt the highs and they feel like you. That line, you could go further there. I feel like you. Both of these. Feel like you. They feel like you. See the
Okay.
difference?
Yeah.
I feel like you. I feel like you. And that will come also because of the subtext. If you're really living in the subtext, like, oh man, like they feel like you. It has like a little bit more when I'm singing that line, I'm thinking, oh man, right? Or I could be thinking like, I love you, and then it'd be like, they feel like you, right? It could be, or I could say, I love you a thousand ways. So you never know. It's just all of that. Allow yourself to play and don't get too locked in and too strict with it because this is a living thing. This song is always a living thing. And even when we record songs, the goal is to capture the moment right then as
Yeah.
authentically as possible. Because it was a magical moment, it made that recording amazing. So not because the recording and now the technical things and then like going back in time and trying to think of why, like theoretically, that's like, and it's kind of reverse engineering. It doesn't always work like that. It's
Yeah.
about a magic in the room. It's a real moment, and you got to just create that. That's the song.
Okay, okay.
Okay. All right. When am I seeing you next?
We should do. Can we do the 26th of August? Would that work for you?
All right. Let's do it.
Sounds great. I'll
Okay.
definitely work on that. And I'll see if I can get the rap portion playable. I just wanted to like make
Yeah.
sure that
I think your
this.
pattern is going to be great. Just like,
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Keep it that. I like it.
All right. That sounds good. I'll get a draft for you.
Great. And you got the subtext homework too. So,
Yes.
alrighty.
Okay. All
See you
right.
then.
I'll see
Bye,
you,
Michael.
Jameson. Bye.